This is a progression in difficulty meter. The higher it goes, the harder the game is, okay? You have level 1 to 50, which is, you know, about here. When I say item level 460, if you look at here, this is 250. When you get to 1 to 50, this is where you're gonna end up. This is 250 item level in order for you to enter this dungeon. And if you enter this dungeon, you can gain these good materials. For example, these 3, and this fragment levels your items, right? So you can get a higher item level by using these materials and upgrading them. So it goes up to 340, 380, 420, and then when you get to 460, which you will see a quest saying you must get your item level to 460 in order for you to go to this new continent, right? That's this here. So these materials here, right? You can buy it off of the auction house, but who's gonna sell it, you know? If people sell it, I guess that's good, but the only way to get these items is to run these chaos dungeons or run the guardian raid here. See, this is 302, 340, 380, 420. Now tier 2, which is 600. Tier 600 is very easy. So why is it not difficult? Because all you need to do is run the chaos dungeon twice every day, run this every day twice, and then if you go to the Epona quest right over here, you see all these rewards. This you can do 3 times a day. You notice I have completed all this stuff. It gives you books, or it gives you island hearts and things, and sometimes it gives you rare ones, like, you know, like a mount or something like that, right? So these sometimes give you skill points. So if I find this here, this one gives skill points. If you notice here, right? See your reputation meter, it gives you skill points if you do it for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 10 days. If you finish this quest 10 days, it gives you a skill point. So this is very important to do. So again, the only 3 things to remember is Chaos Dungeon, Guardian Raid, and Epona quest. That's why it's not hard. The game's not hard from this point on. All you need to do is just increase your item level and do your collectibles. How long does it take to do those 3 things each day? Not even an hour. The NA release, okay, so I'll continue from here. So tier 2 is 600. You keep leveling up your items. Like you don't. So you're basically wearing the same gear. You level them up, and you notice this gear is 302. If you keep leveling it up, it will be 600 eventually. This gear over here is 802 and stuff. You get the gears within the Chaos Dungeon. If you pick them up, your item level changes. Then some people sell this, but you can get it eventually for free if you just keep playing the game. Like, I know this in detail because I've done it from start to finish one time, but no one does this in Korea because you can just pay to skip. Your goal is, if you go to the next region, tier 2, by just running the Chaos Dungeon every day twice, will increase your item level. And then again, every day, you're doing 2 Chaos Dungeons, 2 Guardian Raids, and 3 Epona quests. And why 3 Epona quests are important? If you look at here, this is called a token. This is called an Epona token. You can convert this into gold, and every week you get about 5,000 to 10,000 gold and up to 20,000 gold if you're very lucky. So if I go to here, which is tier 1 still, the item level is 302 at the very top, but at the right side, this one is item level 802. But if you notice, I go to Papunika, this dungeon you can only enter at 1,100. So you get item level 1302 gears if you just run this dungeon every day, twice. If you already used a daily twice time, you can't get these gears. So you'll be stuck here for like the first day or the second day unless you buy it off of the auction house. So that's why I'm saying it's easier to just sell it and sell it up to whales instead of buying it yourself to rush it. All you need to do is remember that 2 chaos dungeons, 2 guardian raids, and Epona quest will progress you even if you don't want to. Quick question, do I stick with blue gear or try to craft abyss gear and level it? So if you have a purple gear, you can just transfer your blue gear's stats into the purple gear, so you'll have a purple gear with +9. So this is your forge here, right? The hammer sign. This button here, I don't have it with me, right? So you notice I have the orange gears, right? If I have a white gear, I can press this, and you notice the arrow here. if I have the white gear, it will transfer and convert my white gear, orange gear into white. People are worried about, oh, I got my gear to plus 10, but I got this purple gear. What do I do? You don't upgrade that purple gear to plus 10. You can transfer all attributes to the gear. You don't need to transfer gear until legendary. So let's go from the top again. You got tier 1 here. By the time you finish 1 to 50, which is a tutorial, right? You have tier 1 and 2, doing everyday chaos dungeons and stuff, and then you go to Rohenda, which is another set of story quests. And then you keep doing chaos dungeons and pick up the rest with this blue gear, which is I think plus 10 each. You will be able to go to tier 2, which is Yan. So you go to Yan, and then you do the story quest, and then you're finished with the story quest. After you're done with the story of Yan, it opens up the chaos dungeon. And if you run this chaos dungeon for the first time while you have the energy left over, it will give you 802 item level gear. So if you wear 6 of these, what happens to you? You're 802. And if you level that 802 gear into plus 10, you will be 960, which will let you go to Phaeton, the next area. Then you do the story quest to Phaeton. Then you run the dungeon again. You're here to upgrade up to maybe plus 15 on this particular gear to be 1100. So when you're 1100, the quest will tell you you have to reach 1100. And when you reach 1100, you're able to go to Papunika, which is the latest patch that NA will get. This will be your technically be your end game. So when you reach Papunika and then finish the story quest here, you will able to run this chaos dungeon again, and they will give you this gear for free. Will let you be 1302, item level 1302. They will give it to you for free. It will be a drop. And if you wear these, you're technically at the end game. So it'll be over here, 1302. So about here, it's like it's a steady progression. The game is not designed to be rushed. So from here, yeah, you guys get it so far, right? It's not going too fast. So what do you do after you get the 3 steps you said, the dailies? That's a good question. After you do these 3, you have an option to do this. Watch. You press this compass. It tells you what to do every day here. So in this thing, at 7 p.m., one of these 3 islands will open, and it will give you these rewards. And this one opens every hour. It's a chaos gate, not chaos dungeon. You don't get it separately. Chaos gate, if you're super lucky, you can get 10,000 gold off of this. And you have a field boss, and then you have the ghost ship. I think you guys might have seen this in like the YouTube section. Like you can go on any of these islands. Like you can go here, you can go here, you can go here, you can go here. Each island has each separate quest. There are 91 islands. There's a lot of things to do. That's why I'm saying this game has too much stuff to do, to a point that if you guys are trying to rush, you're gonna get burnt out. That's what I'm worried about. If you guys are worried about progressing, just do these 3, and everything else is extra. That is like years and years and years of playing. You notice, what does an island heart do? So this is an island heart. If you have 20 island hearts, it gives you a skill point. All of these extra stuff provide you gold, provide you runes. And what is a rune? It increases your skills performance. So all these extra stuff that gets you stronger can only be obtained if you play the game. You can't buy this. So sometimes when people say this is not pay to win, there are some stuff for you to be strong only on grinding, as in like, and luck too, because you got to collect all of this stuff in order for you to obtain something like this thing. It's a cleanse rune. Yeah, I have all the Mokokos. Well, you don't need to collect Mokokos. It only gives you the cosmetic stuff. So let's continue. So you have these 3 stuff. And then on your extra time, you doing all the collectibles. Now let's get to the next update. You guys will have about 6 months, 3 to 6 months to get to here. This is more than enough time. So when people are worried about, I don't want to be falling behind when everyone rushes, this point in the game is not that far. It is very short. Just because this guy just because the 10 people reached to this point, like next week, they're not gonna be so much farther ahead in the game than you. And I will show you why. So let's say the Argos comes out. Our buddy Argos, over here. So in order for you to fight Argos, you need to be 1370. I'm going by important ones because there are abyss dungeons and there's all these other stuff. For example, you have boss rush, you have towers, you have cube. All this stuff are extra. The most important one is Chaos Dungeons, Guardian Raids, and Opponent Quest. When you're done with that, you can do any of these in any order. If you want to progress, doing these 3 consistently and then just adventuring on the side is the best way to do so. So much stuff to do. Yeah, there's a lot more than you think. Right here is the NA release. The next update, you have Argos here. 1370. In order for you to enter Argos, and you got to be level 1370. How do you get 1370? You see these blue gears here? 1302. If you get it to plus 15 on every single gear you have on the blue ones, you will be 1370. That takes a long time because you got to get a lot of materials. And what if you fail most of the time, right? What if you don't get it the first try? Argos has 3 gates. Plus 15 is your plus 15 on the upgrade. This is plus 20 right now, right? Plus 15 on a gear. Every time you increase a plus, you get about 2.5. But I think the blue one is 1.33. So this game, in order for you to increase your item level, you upgrade your item. After this, could you explain how the gear system works? This dagger and stuff. You notice I require these 2. And then I need to upgrade by providing this shards, right? If I upgrade this into 2, so for example case, I'll just buy it. Hold up. So watch, I have the shards, and then I have the stones, right? I level it up, right? You don't spend gold, by the way. You don't spend gold. This is 1. This is 100% chance, apparently, because I have a plus 20 and plus 10. I upgrade it up. Ding, you succeed. So you notice item level 1302 to 1304. You see that, right? So my item level became 1302.33. This is how you level your item. This is how you increase your level. By repeating this over and over and over and over. So you have, this is at plus 1. I need to make it plus 15. If I make it to plus 15 on every single gear, I will be 1307. And it will always be 100% chance. Nope. Because it's 1. That's why. Maybe like 40, 50, 40, 30% chance. Yep, this is why all the YouTubers are saying make alts, because you need more materials to funnel it to upgrade your gear. You see these materials here? These materials can be converted into legendary gear. So you notice here? This legendary gear requires 16 Argos's nails, right? And you need 16 Argos's, 30 of Argos's teeth. And why is this yellow gear important? Remember what I said about purple gear can be transferred into... blue gear can be transferred into purple? Plus 15 blue gear can be transferred into your legendary gear. This is a once per week content. If you transfer your blue gears into legendary gear, your plus 15 will be plus 6 or plus 7. What if if all legendary gears became plus 15, you get to 1415. Does that make sense? If you run Argos once... You get some materials, you create a legendary gear, you transfer that legendary gear from your blue gear to get to plus 6. Then you can upgrade that more to increase your item level. This is why people will be stuck here for a while. Argos 1370, Argos second gate, second phase is 1385. And why is 1385 important? If you go to here, you'll be at tier 3 of Guardian Raid, 1385. You get Valganus here. This is you increase, you can hunt higher tier guardians as your item level increases. And this will take you like 2 weeks, around 2 weeks, because you can only run Argos once a week. Now after that, you'll have the Argos third phase. You're doing Chaos Dungeons, Guardian Raids, 2 Eponicas every day. Every week, you run Argos once a week. Argos third phase, this is the progression in difficulty, right? So you're here, running Argos phase 1400. And if you have all legendary gear, you can reach up to 1415. And why is 1415 important? And again, this is the NA release, right? This will be your next patch. This will be your next patch. Because it doesn't make sense if they patch it otherwise. This is your next patch, and what is the next patch here, right? This is almost 3 to 6 months. Next patch, and then the next patch after is we have our little buddy friend, Valton. This is a point in the game in Korea got super popular because this is a really well-made raid. In this point in the game, you are still limited to 3-3 engravement or 3-3-1 or even 3-1. or even 3. So having 333 is a big whale. Even still at this point, you guys are still in legendary accessories. The accessories, like the right engravements. That's why sometimes when you guys ask me about what engravements to aim for and like what for engravements, all that stuff, the reason why it doesn't really matter is because you guys are not gonna get it for the next 3 to 6 months. You guys are gonna not look at, like, not even look into it, because they're not even gonna allow you to have it up to that high. There won't be any supplies. So you have this Velton raid here. So this is Velton, 1415. You see, right? You can't go there unless you're 1415. If your buddy, your friends, 8 people, go to Velton at 1415. Velton will give you bones, his bones, if you kill him. And if you, with that bones, what do you do with it? You make orange gears like this, right? But you can't make orange gears yet because you have to be 1445. Now that's why these numbers are like confusing to you guys, right? So these orange gear is 1445, but you can make this gear, which is for Velton normal. He'll give you bunch of muscles, and you can upgrade your yellow gear into better yellow gear if you want to. And then again, I said before, oh, do I have to get it to plus 16 again? No, you transfer this plus 16 gear into this particular gear. I can show it to you actually. It costs 800 gold, but whatever. So watch, I made this, right? And then you go to the forge, and I click this, and I click this item. It says, oh, you can transfer this. Oh yeah, oh, that's cool. If I transfer with 44,000 ceiling, I transfer it, you're done. Now I have a stronger weapon. Do you see what just happened now? This is what you do. Now this is what people will be doing. And for this, what's after? We have someone called Viakis. You guys call it Booba, right? Booba rate is 1430. So my character can go to Viakis raid because I'm 1430. Plus 16 for every gear will have you at 1430. And how hard is it to level to 14? 16 from 17? It's 10%. So let's continue. Let's continue and then answer questions afterwards, okay? Let's move it up a little bit because it's a little harder. About here. The reason why it's about here, what's the scale? Argos is about this much. About the same as Argos progression. What's after this? You have our buddy Velton again. He's back. He's back for revenge. 1445. Velton's back. And the progression is a little bit higher because it from this point on, it's hard to upgrade your gear. You fail so many times. I've done that, and it costs 10,000 gold for some people. It costs 20,000 gold for some people. It costs like 30,000 gold for some people. So I think the progression is about here, because the money you spent is about the same, I think, and about the same here too. The money and time and progression. Now we're getting like a real chart going on. Why is 1445 important? This is where you get your orange gear. If you get full orange gear, you can just keep upgrading your orange gear. And why is orange gear important? So let me show you an orange gear. So these are your orange gears. Why is orange gears important? It gives you special attributes. You see at the bottom, it's a set bonus. And set bonuses give you special stuff. Some of them are really good. And why is this important? You guys been asking me about classes, right? This is the point of the game where your characters, War Dancer, Striker, Warlord, Deadeye, etc. are strong. Why? Because you need these orange gears in order for these classes to go at full potential. When everyone's worried about classes and engravements, you guys are here, over here at the NA release. And you have all this to worry about. This is why sometimes when people are worried, like too worried, I think some of the creators are explaining way too far ahead in the future to the point that you guys are worried. So you got this stuff to worry about when the game is released, doing the story. This is the story point, right? This is your tier increase. And then when the update happens, you have the Argos. And then you have your first Legion raids, which it requires you to have this much effort, about the same as Argos, to go up to here. And again, the same amount of effort to go up to here. Let's keep going. Booba Lady is back. 1460. This is where a lot of people quit here. Even Koreans quit at this point. Because it's a little bit harder. you get up to 1460, so plus 18 for all gears. So you see this progression already, right? Okay. So again, this is progression in difficulty, okay? For example, so what's progression in difficulty? Your time and effort doing this is this much and this much and this. So for example, from Valton to your first Beakiss run, this much effort is the same as you doing this all over again. It's a progression. You have this up to here, so that's a lot of progression, right? And there's a reason why there's a lot of progression, because this is like the true end game content. This is where majority of the players are in Korea are over here. Now let's go to the next one. So we have that stuff, and someone asked me about abyss dungeons. The abyss dungeons. So where are the abyss dungeons? 오레아 같은데. They're here. Some of the abyss dungeons in the between are over here ish. Now let's go to the next phase. So we have this guy called Cuckoo. We have this clown dude. So realistically, the progression in difficulty, this guy, he's about here. About here. Cuckoo. 1475. The reason why it's this high, a lot of the players stay 1472.5. And this is what? This is all your gears at plus. This is all your gears at plus 19, and one of the gears at plus 18. That makes it to 1472.5. Why do people park at 1472.5? Because you get Argos Gold. You don't get Argos Gold if you're above 1475. So they go like, oh, every week I want to get some Argos. So if you're if your character is over here, you're going to do what? 2 Chaos Dungeons, 2 Guardian Raids, 3 Epona Quests, 1 Argos per week, 1 Valton Heart per week, and 1 Beakiss Heart per week. And how much gold is that? That's 4,500, plus 4,500, that's 8,000. Plus, based on the Korean server, it's 1,600. So you get 9,600 gold every week. And then you keep continuing that until you go to the clown guy. Each character, yes, up to 6 characters. That's why when you have an ult, if you have 6 ults, that's times 6. 4,500. I did the math wrong. So 9,000 plus 1,600. So it's 10,600. 10,600. So when you say level T3 characters ASAP, going back to your questions, this is tier 3. Tier 3 is over here. Actual tier 3 is over here. This didn't even start yet. So sometimes I ask you guys, what is the rush? What is the rush, right? You have all this. By the way, I'm not done. I'm not done yet. I'm not done yet, by the way. I'm not done. We have more to do. Now, this is where War Dancer becomes really strong. Really strong. And, Deathblade. They're really strong. They're tier 1 here. They're tier 1. Because you have most of the gears that gives you cool attributes, like cooldowns and stuff. Now, we have this person called, the latest one, we have this thing called Abroshet. She's very pretty. Keep thinking progression difficulty, okay? Progression and difficulty. This should be about the same as Cuckoo here. You spend a little more. You have to spend a little more time and a little more material, so I'm gonna pull it just a tad more. This is eye level 1490. Blue. Okay. So you guys might think, oh, this is not up to scale. I'm sorry, really it is. It really is. I'm not joking here. I'm being as real as I can. Progression and difficulty. Difficulty to how to get it up. This is also including your mats, your time, your dedicated time, and the materials you need. This is including the raid's difficulty plus how much money and resources you need, how much gold and all that stuff. They give you a new gear. They give you new gear if you finish this. That's why this point in the game, it's a little easier for progression. So I think it's about Argos. I think it's about here. So the skill will be here, like this. This would be 1,500. Gate 3 and 4. Oh, my Photoshop froze. No! No! Shit! Oh, wait, no. Oh, it's cropping. It's cropping. Good. Here, now we have Abroshet Gate 3, 4. And then now let's keep continuing because this is for funsies, right? So Abroshed 5.6 is 520. You don't spend as much money, but because of the extreme difficulty, it should be about here. There are still Korean players who have not defeated 5.6 yet. There you go. So we have it up to here so far. Yep. So you guys get the thing so far. So you guys are here, and then this will be your 3 month update. And then you have this here, and then you have this here, which is most of the users are here. And then you have this for the hardcore users. And then you have this here, and you have this here, right? And then you have this here because of the difficulty. Again, not many Koreans have cleared this particular level in the raid. Hell mode is a completely different topic because hell mode doesn't require gears and all that stuff. It is equalized. So by the way, we're not done. We're not done, guys. But wait, there's more. She's back with hard mode.
Here comes the money.
Here we go.
Yes, that's the song. Yeah. Abroshed hard 1, 2. I level 1540. Okay, I'm gonna make her super angry. Bloop. Bloop. That's it. That's here. And then you have 3, 4 about up to here. The last one here. You have this is the 3, 4 gate. And then hard Abroshed is 5, 6 gate at 1560. And where is this? Where is this in the chart? I honestly think this should be around here. Shroop. I'm not joking here. This is actually the truth. Yeah. So this is where Korean server's end content is. End content here. Oh no! You look at if you look at my chat, everyone agrees with me here. How far am I in this chart? I'm right here. But maybe I'm like here because I haven't beaten it yet. Even I haven't beaten this person yet. I'm beating it next week. So let me give you a comparison why this scale makes sense here. So if I go to this site, there's 132 people with 1595 plus 1609, right? And there's 1,965 people with this level that is here. That's here. Why is in this case? Again, 1550 to 1565, there's 40,000 people. 1565 to 1579, 15,000 people. Where is 1550? 1550 is here. Can you save and link us the image? Okay. Let me see if I can. Hold up. Let me just shrink this here. Where on the scale do we need to be extra sure about our main character? Here. The game becomes class heavy, as in like some classes do get rejected above from this point on. This is where classes became like, you know, meta classes become what classes rejected? Something like Reaper. Maybe like Scrapper too. Scrapper maybe like here. But they still play. They still play, by the way. So from this point on, let's see. Here. Let me give you a fun fact. This is a very, very fun fact. Because some guys were like, you know, like doing like all the alts and all that stuff. You know, you gotta rush. You gotta rush to make all these characters. You gotta rush, right? You know, they gotta rush it. Here, let me show you this. So watch this. Every time I press this button once, the amount of gold I spent is exactly the same as you making a 14-15. This is why the scale is this high. This is why the scale is up to this high. So whenever you guys ask me about, oh, you know, what's this, like, you know, what's this ult? Should I make this ult? Should I rush? Like, I need to rush, right? You know, I gotta get ahead of the game, you know? The head of the game that you guys have is a one button click for some people like me. Don't most people quit if it's that much? No, I just played the game for such a long time. Oh, click it? Okay, I'll just click it once. I mean, it'll fail. There's no way it will succeed because it's only 3%. Like, there's no way. See, 14, 15 character gone right now, dude. Your character is gone. Your character's gone. Poof. One more character gone. See? 2 characters poofed. Cut. Why is he laughing at me? Lunches has a new game. We don't compete against you guys, so telling us we are behind doesn't matter for us to down us down there. Is pinnacle content will be the end game content for us. We don't have things up there, so rushing is still valid for people. So you have a valid point, but sometimes when I stream and talk about the stuff, some guys are just too worried and want to skip like stories and stuff, you know? That makes it not fun, like for some people, I think. And what I'm saying is this game has so much to deliver in the future to a point that you don't need to just rush. Most of the YouTubers, I don't understand why they're talking about like this stuff here or this stuff here. Why are we trying to, like, why are some of the guys trying to teach the stuff that's up here when you're down here, right? It was more valuable to teach the stuff here. That's why, for example, the stuff that the opinions that really counteract with each other. Scrapper, I say Scrapper is good. Scrapper is good here, right? But Scrapper is bad here. So when I suggest Scrapper, someone tells me like, oh, the scrap, like, you know, some YouTuber says Scrapper sucks. Scrapper's a shitty tier. Like, you don't get rejected. You get rejected in the parties and shit, right? They say that, and they go, and I'm like, that's up here, you know. So and I'm like, Scrapper's good here. No one's telling you. I think nobody's telling you to. I think no YouTubers are telling you to slow down. I think I'm the only guy that's telling you to slow down. See, that guy say Scrapper sucks. So this guy is in my raid team. He plays 6 Scrappers. He sucks. He never gets MVP. Scrapper does suck. Never MVP. That's what gets the most views. Yeah, I know, but like I'm just saying, I'm trying to tell you the story here, guys. And someone says, so let's go to the, like, you know, let's have a conversation about like classes and stuff. Is Scrapper good? yes, you are here. Scrapper is good. Infighter, yes, Scrapper is good here. Deadeye, yes, Deadeye is also good here. You get invited. That's what you get to enjoy the game. That's what it matters. So here, over here, this is where classes became like sensitive, overly sensitive up to here. Everything is valid up to the Booba raid here. I think the game is like perfect here. The game is so perfect here. And what has become here? This monstrous thing. Pay to win after Booba, I think. Yes. If you say that, yeah. Here, let me yep, this is oh, that's it. You guys are over here. Like, even if I'm here, I don't want to boast about anything. Like, it did sound like I was boasting by pressing this upgrade button, right? But it's the truth. Like, there's so much things. The game is there's just so much things to do. There's just too much things to do in this game. And when everyone is talking about like the end game, you know, the end game balance, you know, like I can't decide between, you know, this class. Everyone said this class sucks, you know, like that stuff. You should play what you really want to play. Like, don't worry about your class. If you have fun with your class, don't worry about engravements either. You don't need to worry about engravements up to here. I'll be here like 3 months later. Maybe 3 months later, if you guys thinking about engravements, like, I'll teach you anything. I made my own character, so it's fine. And all the questions, right? Well, I can always answer questions. It's just that, you know, we're done. We're done, so here. And I'll try to edit that section and then maybe upload it. But I don't know if people will be interested. Well, I don't even know if it was informative, but if it helped out, I'm very glad. Reaper. So about Reaper, you should not play Reaper.